What's going on, Air Tribes? It's good to have you here, and happy Eclipse. I'm having fun just getting into the energy clearing here for you all. I was clearing the space and getting ready to cut some Sibillas here. I was shuffling them, and I got an awesome song off of the musical tarot deck, my Art of Love deck, that I'm going to share a little bit with you. And then we're probably just going to cut these cards right here because that's where I was stopped. But we are going to do a reading about the eclipse and things that are being cut off with finality. This is the conclusion of the false material lens where some bullshit doesn't get to exist. And some of you might have had some strong intentions out, especially around the beginning part of this new year. January 5th, we had an eclipse that is kind of what this is concluding for some of us. And so I've been having fun reading with these energies, and I've got my crystal prism for the Aquarius reading. And those of you that know anything about the NSA might know why. We've got this one here today. We're doing a reading for Gemini, using the selenite wand, and for Libra, I'm going at it with a nice big clear crystal quartz point. Yes, and I've got a piece of indigo gabbro here protecting the Sibillas, and I'm hearing, light this up again here. So this. It's time for the torch. Fire. I had to do y'all's a little bit different. I've been burning moldavite for the other no, it's not 6. I did the other 9 tribes. This is the last 3, and I had to switch to St. Jude for this one, and get a little sage over us. So let's take a look with the Sibillas and see what comes up. Have you heard this song? It's called Edge of the Ocean by Ivy. Every time it plays, I just want to go crazy. It's like real groovy kind of 70s sound, and this is a song that was coming up for you all, and I'm curious to see what's going to come out in these cards, but I'm going to play just a little bit of this for you. It's great. So I hear this is like, kind of like an invocation, especially if you've been feeling landlocked somewhere. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is either about a trip that you're planning to take, or somewhere you maybe want to go, or where somebody might be visiting you from, so.
There's a place I dream about,
where the sun never goes out, and the sky is deep and blue. Won't you take me there with you? Ooh, we can make it again. Shed our skin, let the sun shining. At the edge of the ocean, we can start over again. Sha la 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 la, sha la la, sha la la, sha la 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 la, sha la la, sha la la. It's a great song. So that is what came up, and I was hearing about somebody feeling landlocked. Sorry to cut you off. I keep wanting to play it too, but YouTube's going to keep cutting me off, whatever. Somebody might have been feeling depressed. I mean, it was like some kind of melancholy. It's been going on for different reasons, but they're talking about humiliation. I'm hearing about somebody that felt really humiliated about something, and what's in the past, and just being like put down, and needing to change something, and the sha-la-la-la-la is feeling good, especially if this is like body consciousness stuff and just being told, oh, your beach body, it's that time, what about your beach body? And people feeling like they got to cover up something and not feeling good about who they are or whatever their body consciousness issue is. And I'm hearing like wallflower stuck in the house, like can't leave the house for some reason or another, and things that people have had to open up about and just do openly. And I'm hearing about like a gift. This you see malinconia, this is depression. Casa, this is the house. Maybe somebody housebound. And then I'm hearing it's like why somebody was choosing to work from home. And I'm hearing for some people it's like maybe a little bit of agoraphobia, and just the blues. Like I'm hearing about some of these blues and like why they can't get out of the house, and maybe somebody that they miss a lot, and maybe needing to show more skin and not being told you need to show more skin, but feeling better about how you do that and why you do that, and edge of the ocean, maybe like wanting to get out and go to the pool or the beach. But I'm hearing for some of you this might have to do with getting together with friends, and this card that showed up, Alegria, this is the happiness of the heart. And so, we see some people sitting outside, enjoying a tasty beverage or something, and celebrating. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la. So, could be a good time to get out of the house. And I'm just going to leave those here. We might reference these later. Maybe not. I have shuffled all of these decks profusely for the air tribes. We're going to be doing Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And that's what I got for you. Got 5 decks here. So what I'm going to do is lay them down for each of you. I'm going to do an archetype for light and shadow attributes and context clues. I'm going to do a look at the physical material realm with a Rider Waite Smith tarot card. With the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, we're going to pull one card for like your emotional, spiritual sector, and one romance angel for personal/romance sector, and an Archangel Michael card for a little bit of advice and a prayer. And when I flip these and see what's on the bottom, that will be sort of an overview for all of the tribes and some of the energies that you might have in common at this time. So, I'll read these out loud to you here in a second. Just going to go ahead and flip them out together before I read them. Right. So, I've laid down 5 cards for each of you here. And before we get into Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, I'm just going to look at what themes might be. Showing it for all of you here. What was looking at me here with the archetype cards is the student card. And so for some of you, this is like, what's going on? It's maybe getting ready to get back to school. Maybe you or your children, potentially. And in some cases, this is like student of life things, stuff that's coming up in a life review, is what I'm hearing for many of you. We'll go ahead and read from the card here. Light attribute state, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes states, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So these might be things that you're confronted with right now. As for people, places, things, and events that could be near you in your physical material realm, we've actually got the Page of Swords showing up right now. I'm here for somebody. It's like, oh my gosh, my kids are driving me crazy. Please go back to school. And like what it might be like at home. And for others, I'm hearing it's like either putting an end to something that you were studying and just being like, well, I was interested in it before and now fuck this is what I'm hearing. And for other people, this is like dealing with people or situations that might be a little bratty, and maybe more than bratty, because sometimes this card shows up like spying, manipulative behavior. And in other cases, I'm just hearing for some people, this is realizing what kind of surveillance has been going on and what guys like me, I'm not Satoshi Nakamoto, have been doing with my Bitcoin fortune and helping to secure an environment that's safe for children where they don't get cut like that. If these are people showing up in your life, since that is strong air element, it could be people that, if that's not you, it could be people that also have air in their natal constitution, sun, moon, rising, most likely in Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And so you don't have to have your sun in any of these signs. You might be cross-watching for somebody. And do know that I'm more of a moon reader anyway, so might be your moon sign that you're going to find more messages with me, and so you might want to check those. Excuse me. I really like seeing fertility cards showing up here. I'm hearing for somebody, this is like realizing, oh my god, I think I might be pregnant again. And it's like, I know the signs because we've been through this before. Maybe this is the student, and maybe in some cases it's like, maybe it's not like a bratty thing, but it's like, I just haven't been told I'm pregnant yet, and so it's like a pending thing. Or knowing that the date of birth on that child to be naturalized might be somewhere in upcoming air elements. So they might be coming up in Libra season or something like that. But I do like seeing the fertility here. This is the Empress in the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck, and she's gorgeous. That is a stunning image right there. So she's got like Christmas lights and like tree things growing out of her hair. She's got some crazy makeup ideas. I don't know, but she's all lit up. And she, they, other, new year and gender, if this is you, you know, you might be embodying this sort of energy, and that might be what's going on in your emotional, spiritual world, where you're just beaming with golden aura, getting ready to birth something awesome, because she is all up in her heart chakra, and it's ascended this energy around her that's very protective. It's like a golden shield of energy around her. So wonderful, wonderful, auspicious sign. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's just like knowing when certain things need to just get cut off. And eclipses are good for that. I'm going to protect her with that big piece of carnelian. Labradorite on the Page of Swords and on the student here. What I show here, looking up at me, in our personal / romance sector, is the love you. Bless you, baby. Bless you. Oh, bless you. My little girl's sneezing over there. Okay, so this is the Love Yourself first card. Here, for some of you, this is like realizing that it was worth taking that break because something either happened or is about to. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So maybe you had somebody be shitty with you too, because like some of you all had like some weird little page. I'm here, it's like just bratty little knucklehead that was tripping about what they thought and just being it didn't get anywhere. It was like immature communication, and some of you have been like, I'm just hearing like on a break. And this is the Love Yourself first card, and it's just saying that like your ability to like walk away from that and be in your prime elements and going after you and doing what you need to do, it's really made you a lot more romantically attractive. And for some of y'all, it's got people being like real snoopy around you because people might be studying you. There's a student card here showing up, and some people might really be looking for you, seeking you at this time. And you might be careful because there's a little bit of a stocky vibe here too, to be honest with you. And so spiritual protection, energetic protection over all of this. And the card that came from Archangel Michael says, believe and trust. I don't like the word believe very much, TBH. I think that's like how most people fell into the chomp and the things that aren't getting replicated forward. I'm more of a faith guy. You know, faith is something that requires you to extend yourself energetically and walk, where belief is just like, oh, you'll fall for anything, you know? I believe this, I believe that, and what does that ever do? Trust and faith is what I will say. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit this, because this is my reading for you, and I'm the advisor. And I know that belief doesn't get somebody up out of bed. Faith does. So here's the prayer. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. You see this person here, I don't know how well you can see it. They're like holding this sword, but it almost looks like it's like levitating. I think some of this has to do with communication and finding an elevated way to communicate, not only with yourself, but with the world around you, because it looks like this person might be getting ready to take a journey or something. There's a very magical landscape around them. And the sword is often about communication. So have faith in what you've learned and your ability to communicate. And that is for the third chakra, air tribes. Alright, so I'm going to place these behind us and we're going to get started with Libra. I dropped the Dan Bright. I'm hearing somebody who might have dropped Dan. Who's Dan? I hear he's... Yes, alright, go Dan, go. Yeah. I don't know, Dan. So. Okay. Aquarius, Gemini, and starting on Libra. Alright, Libra, what's going on? Let's see your cards. What you got? What you got? Ooh, okay. Wow, I just like got a pain right here on my head. And then like here in my finger. Ah, what is that? Somebody's dealing with a neuromuscular condition right now. Wow. You might want to get off of anything SCOBY related or like mushroom related if you can't handle the prayers going on right now, I will just say. I've been programming a very sophisticated strain of Candida for the roundup of the apocalypse. And some people are feeling pains because they're being rejected by these plants. That's what I'm going to say on that. You might be interested in some energy healing. It's probably going to be the best thing. I'm going to put my finger in some ash for that, but yeah, that was serious. I just started feeling like my finger got jammed up here. So be careful with your hands. Let's see what's going on with the Archetype card right now. All right, Libra. Alchemist. Fantastic. Light attributes, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attributes states misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. And here for some of you, this has a lot to do with that student card over there, and being aware of who you've been studying with and how you've been taking their information, especially if it's been something that you've really maybe found yourself addicted to in any way. And I'm careful how I say that. I mean, I see this sometimes as like a drinking card too, where people are like drinking a lot, making drinks. I've seen this as a career card for, people that make cocktails, mix makers. But I'm hearing about how somebody has almost gotten addicted to the advice of somebody else. And so please watch how you're doing that, because you can get very used to how people will serve you your life and find yourself a little bit more lost for it. And this could be a time where some of these things are coming up. That's what these eclipses are for. This is a continuation of that which will never continue. These are times of finalities and where things are broken off. And the good news is that it's a transformative energy. And so some of y'all might be looking for treatments right now, and I'm hearing, especially if it's like things to do with structural integrity or like neurological stuff. Something neurological. What is it, baby? Come here, honey. Get away from the wheels. Sorry, my little girl's trying to get up here. We're gonna say hi to Jolie for a minute. Okay. Hi, baby. This is Jolie. There you go, baby. She needs to chill. I don't want you to fall off. Sorry about that. So, being mindful of how we are mixing what somebody might be telling you with what it is that you are actually trying to create. Because, bless you, honey, the alchemist, this is like very special magic. This is being able to lead yourself from within and create changes. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is about your devotional work, whether it's like something you do silently, because I'm hearing some of y'all don't really talk about this. It's like your inner guidance stuff, and I'm hearing like somebody's secret wish. That's what they're saying. It's like, it's my secret wish, or my secret witch. I don't talk to anybody about it. It's like something that you do that is private, and goals that you have around that you might have had to keep quiet. And I'm hearing some of you might have to speak up about some of these things, just because of how you're either being challenged physically. It's like something going on with, if it's not your body, it might be somebody else's around you. But I'm hearing for some of you, it's like knowing when to stop participating with certain things. And I'm just seeing, it's like, if it's not you, I just keep seeing somebody that's like really heavy-handed with drinking, and they're either like drinking at work or they're like showing up around you drunk a lot, and how it's just not mixing well. And it's like, don't spill my stars all over the place. So, let's see what's going on in the physical material realm here, Libra. The Rider Waite Smith Tarot deck, we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So, somebody's not happy. And we did have a Page of Swords also in reverse showing up. And these could be characters that you're dealing with, and this could also be you, Libra. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like whatever this magic thing was that was going on, or whatever is happening alchemically, might have had a contraindication. I'm hearing for somebody that might be like part of what the issue is, or looking at a surgery. They're talking to somebody about exploratory surgery and degenerative disc or something with tendons. However, doesn't have to be for everybody. Queen of Swords, know your own gender, please. May or may not be you, whether you consider yourself male, female, otherwise, whatever your gender is. I don't like seeing this person upside down in the physical realm, because this is somebody that is not feeling well. When they're upright, this is a judicious person. This is someone that can be trusted for their knowledge, their insight, their input. They're excellent professionals, if that's your surgeon or your doctor or some person that you rely on for professional reasons or otherwise. That's somebody good that you can lean on. When they show up like this, something is not right. And either they're off their game. I'm hearing this might be somebody that is using substances or something, not in the way they're telling you. It could be like a covert thing. But I'm also hearing for somebody, it's like just knowing somebody that's supposed to be in that position, and maybe you saw them in this position, but they might be misusing. And I was hearing, when I was clearing this space for you all, one of the other songs that was coming up for me, let me see if I can find it real quick. Which one was it here? It's in my history. Kerosene. It's called Kerosene by Big Black, and I'm hearing it's like you might have been dealing with a real narcissist. And you're going to know if this is the case or not. If this is not you, if this is the narcissist that you've been dealing with, I'm hearing they just get off on gaslighting you, and that they might have a real subtle way that they do it too. That it's like, especially if there's somebody that you've had on some sort of pedestal, or, you know, or has been in some form of power with you or authority, that it's almost minute how they slight you, but it's added up over a period of time. I'm literally feeling a pain right here in the next finger here, in my ring finger on my right hand now. It went from pinky to this, and it's like somebody is amputating digits or something. It's hurting me. It was going from here to here. I'm super, super sensitive though, but I'm hearing it's like dealing with this person is like literally, I mean, it's causing me physical pain, put it that way. So you might be dealing with somebody that has a way about them that is not great to be around, and it's learning how to come to terms with where you cut off from things. And I keep seeing this misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. I'm hearing about people that just get real low level with how they will act out, especially if it's like in a magical sense, or you've had like just bad advice coming from this person. And I'm hearing for some of you, unrelated to that, if that's not the case, if this is you, Libra, you're being challenged with learning how to trust yourself because of whatever you've been through. And this might be how you were left. Maybe there was some situation or something where you're just feeling disempowered, and this is learning where to cut things, because now it's like you need to know that you've grown from something, and maybe you haven't seen the evidence of that yet, but this is about a transformation. So just try to be kind with yourself if that's the case, because this Queen of Swords upside down is not off to any good places. This is somebody that will snap off at you. They'll be vindictive. They'll be cutting. They'll be nasty. They'll make cheap remarks at people, and they will literally go and stab somebody behind the back. And so, mirroring, watch out. And I'm not saying that's how you're going to be, but that's often how this person can act. And sometimes they're just feeling like emotionally unstable. So, keep a mind on that if that's in your environment. And I'm hearing you might be dealing with a Gemini too. Like, I don't know why I heard that, but I'm hearing you might be dealing with a Gemini. So let's see. But this could be anybody. I mean, it's air card, but a lot of times this is my Gemini. here, and I was just hearing that if this isn't you, it's very possible you're dealing with a Gemini, and they could also be at a distance. That's another thing that can sometimes happen when the energy's blocked there, but I don't like what I'm seeing happening with the sword. I'll just say that. Alright, so let's see what's going on in the spiritual energetic realm with the John Holland Psychic Tarot. Well, we've got the 6 moving on card, and this is somebody literally walking away out of the dark into the light. And that might be why I heard Gemini. That's a 6 right there, which is a lot of times that is the 6th month, which is what we just left here, June, which could very well be Gemini. Yeah, but this is pretty much air energy. These blue cards with the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck are air element, so that's going to be somebody that's got air in their chart like you, most likely, if you're dealing with a person or thinking about this person. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, generally somewhere strong in their constitution, like sun, moon, or rising. But I'm hearing that this is like having to turn your back on that. This might have been a bad business deal or partner, and I'm hearing that if that's the case, it's something about what happened backstage. They're showing me something. I don't know if you've been playing backstage for somebody or second fiddle. They're showing me somebody doing a lot of work, and it's like just seeing like a stage here, and maybe you're dealing with performing artists or whatever, but I'm hearing that it's like whatever you could leave within your hand is like literally all you're going to get out of that situation, and that I'm hearing just like boo and bye bitches because of misuse of power and whatever has been going on. I'm hearing for some of you this is like maybe you just being pissed off enough to like tell a boss to shove it and like cutting off, because I'm hearing for some of y'all that's what this is. It's just like knowing I can do much better on my own. I don't need these crappy business partners. I'm the alchemist, and bye. But this is probably what's on your mind. This is what the influence is, and I will say it's very auspicious. I like seeing you going away from whoever this person is. It kind of looks like you might have turned your back on this person or just like walking away. And so I'm hearing it's a clean cut, whatever it is. And let's see what else. You're just going to feel like you're in a better flow here. I'm hearing that like even if it's like not about money, that it's just whatever is coming for you here, there's like these little green leaves, that it's a sign of feeling more prosperous in some way. And so getting a good indication on that, and definitely follow where the wind has pointed you, because they're saying it's like you might have had like walking against the wind, where it's like, if you're like walking against the wind, you can get disoriented and just like feel like you're not getting anywhere. And I'm hearing that it's like something has changed. I see somebody like pivoting, and it's like the air is kind of like pushing them a little bit or gently caressing them in a direction. I'm hearing you're going to feel this if this is for you. Let's see what's going on in the personal/romance sector, Libra. Alright, deception. So, who lied, right? Somebody lied. Some of you are finding out about a cheat in a personal relationship. Could very well be. I'm hearing if it's your spouse, they're drinking way too much and they've been letting things turn to lies, because this is also somebody that would lie to you. This is not for everybody. I will say that, but some of you, this is definitely going to be an eclipse on the relationship. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. I don't like it. Actually, I do. I love it, actually, because it means it's coming forward right here, if that's the case. And whatever it is going to be so obvious that you won't be able to dismiss it, Libra. So know that. I'm not telling you that it's your spouse cheating, but if you suspected that your spouse is cheating, it's going to be so obvious that they're lying to you. And I'm hearing they lie about drinking. It's like, I was getting something like this with, who was it? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think it was the Cancer reading. You might be dealing with somebody that's got water in their chart. They might have, water, or maybe you do, somewhere in your sun, moon, or rising. You might want to check my water tribes video, because some of this is resonating with me there about somebody that was getting away with a third-party situation, because it was like somebody spiritual. This may or may not be you, but it's like somebody spiritual in their life. It was like a spiritual leader, and like who your husband's hanging out with, and like being able to be like, oh, but I'm hanging out with, the guy that carries the Bible, and and it coming out that, when he and the guy that carry the Bible go doing this and going where they're going, they can launder it through their spirituality with you, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, I figured this out. But I hear for some of y'all, definitely third-party situation, and the mixing of drinks is what they're saying, and just like hiding who is like behind this, because this is somebody trying to lie about who they're with and who they're touching, and somebody caught them here. And so it's kind of like patting him on the shoulder like, it's okay, just go. And I'm hearing that it might be like that with somebody too. And for some of you, this has been a 6-year relationship. For some of you, this is like a scenario that's been going on like 6 months that you've been kind of like very well aware of. And I'm hearing for some of you, this is like what's going to happen in like 6 days or less. So 666. Ah! What's it mean? It's the end of the world and we're dancing instead. Let's do it that way. Because I'm hearing that this person probably isn't taking you dancing as much as you want to be, and keep saying something about whatever happened backstage. I don't know what that is, but for somebody it's like, it's gonna make sense. Okay, let's move on. Let's get us a look at the spiritual advice with Archangel Michael and a little prayer to seal this one up for you, Libra. This one says, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Great to know. And this is what I was hearing some of you need to know, especially if you have been making some changes or have found that you might be in a situation where you're ready to just cut something off and like go at it either alone or in a whole new direction. You've gotten in touch with your inner guide. That's maybe you hear that guide. I'm hearing some of you literally have like 5D spiritual partner of some kind. Doesn't have to be romantic. It could be your guides, your loving guides that you hear, your higher essence, or whoever that individual is there that's speaking with you, and that some of you need to know that it's okay for you to face that's like the light in your life as you're taking those steps. That might be what this little angel is here that's guiding this person that had to catch this liar. And just knowing that it's okay for you to be devotional in this. And I see whatever she's written in this little book here, and I'm hearing that's something you might be writing. You might have some kind of journal of something that you've been writing. I'm hearing maybe somebody put you down about that, and that might be what this is, and telling you you're scribbling in that book again, or you're not going to do anything with that book. And I'm hearing that book's actually going to pay the fuck off for some of you, because whatever it is, it's like your truth. It's what you've covered yourself in. It's like how you've created stability in your base needs, and like the private things that you covered here, how this person's covered with that same color. It's like what covered their whole privacy, their body. And there's like this blue right here. It's like your upper guidance, your wisdom from your third eye, also here protecting your trunk area. And I'm hearing for some of you, this is good, because it's how you have like created an armor of your own trust, and knowing that your worthiness is something that another person can't cheapen or take away from you, especially if there's some kind of cheater. I'm going to read to you what this prayer says here, Libra. Please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. I'm hearing some of you all are already knowing all this anyway, and that's what it's saying. It's you knowing your guidance, you're knowing you're trustworthy, and this might just be confirmation of how much you have actually transformed. And I'm going to encourage you on that, because if nobody is shown to be a lie or a cheat or some kind of con around you, this deception card is kind of just telling you, don't cheapen yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Make sure that you're not under some illusions about how good you are at something, especially if you had to leave something behind. Because I'm here for some of you all, if this is like just you turning your back on people that you were communicating with because of how they were acting, that's good. You're paying attention, and sometimes it's okay to walk away from people. And I know you don't like conflict, Libra, but I'm hearing like in some case here too, I know you can snap out, because I think if you push a Libra enough and they just wig, they're gonna wig. But I'm hearing this is like not a wig time for you. This is very like cerebral energy. This is all mental energy. These are all swords here. I'm not seeing any cups here anywhere. So I feel like it's like, if it's something that you need to walk away from, you're not going to be emotional about it. It's just going to be like, you're beyond the point, and it's like logical, and it's like, boom, this is done. I know what I need to do, and you're going to be solid and cool. So I'm feeling good about you, Libra. I hope it goes well, whatever it is. Hit me up. Let me know if it resonated. And if you want a private reading with just your energy, go to artoflove.me. I'd love to do one of these for you and just have your energy on it. So hit me up for that. If I don't hear from you, take care. Have a good one, and we'll get you again. We're back for another one. I'm going to move these over, and we're going to move on to Gemini. Sounds. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Starting with your archetype card, Gemini. Wow. Ooh. We've got the femme fatale. Yeah. Ah, cha-cha. Is that you, Gemini? Are you feeling feisty and yummy and delicious? You might be. Wow. This could be somebody in your midst, and this could also be a big warning. Because, this femme fatale has tactics. Light attributes on this card, Steve. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes state inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So, well, Gemini, who dat? Is that you? Is it somebody that might have stepped into your view? Is it a warning? I'm hearing for some of you, this is a warning about how you're spending your money this month. Because I'm hearing it's like, you might not be drawn to overly emotional situations, but something about this season, I keep hearing, who was it? I want to say it was Aries. You may have Aries in your chart, be dealing with an Aries. You might want to go check out my Fire Tribes reading. But I was hearing about somebody that just needs to stuff it. It's like they're going through whatever it is, and through the bored or needy and looking for something to fill the void, and like going crazy shopping is what I was seeing. It's like just stuffing it in the bag and going crazy with the credit card. And so watch it, just watch it. You might not want to do that. Maybe you do. But I'm hearing about buyer's remorse and stuff, and people can be prone to overly excessive behaviors this season. So maybe just watch on that. But if that's not the case, I'm hearing, I mean, it's a nice time for you to celebrate who you are. And this person's showing a bit of skin and maybe playing a little coy here. But I'm also hearing just watch out, because it sounds like you might have somebody a little manipulative around you that's willing to dress it up, and I'm hearing just make it something completely different than it actually is. Not just like, everybody kind of goes through that phase where, you know, you're trying to discover how to make yourself more attractive, and, you know, people wear makeup, people dress up, you know, I wear cologne, I smell good, you know, and so there's things that we can do to kind of cover up or enhance ourselves. But I'm hearing you might have somebody around that you don't realize how phony it is. Like, I'm hearing phony. And make sure that's not you, because I don't think that's you, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just hearing you might find out that somebody's like wrapped up one way when they're around you, and it's really completely different. All right. And that might be especially the case too. I'm like hearing about somebody's ex coming back, and it was like somebody that you turned away, if this isn't you, but opened your heart when your dependency is rejected. I'm hearing it's like, because see, this season we're stepping into Mercury retrograde season right now, whatever that means. It's like the big cosmic boomerang where things come back because there's literally a magnet sweeping particles, and it's going to bring things back. Like, oh, boopity boop, I'm back in your life. And I'm hearing for some of you, it might be dealing with somebody that maybe you turned away, and how they come back, and it might be cheesy. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, so what's going on in the physical material realm? Well, dun, 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 dun. We have the Knight of Cups showing up, and the physical. If that's not you, on a horse, with a cup in your hand, ready to possibly communicate. It might be somebody that's got water in their chart. They might be prone to Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, somewhere strong, like Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could literally be a person in your world showing up to look snazzy, and they might have their intentions with you. That could be you having your intentions with them. You're gonna have to know your characters and whether or not this is applicable, but that's sometimes an offer of love. That's sometimes somebody ready to make that offer. It's a knight, so this is somebody that would take action, although they might have moved a little slow. And I'm hearing it might be shiny veneer, though, so just watch out, because, you know, this is the one that shows up in the shining armor here. Out of all the knights, you know, he's the one in the shiny metal. He's got the cup. He's, you know, hey, have a drink with me, you know. And there might be more than meets the eye, and it might be a surprise about why. And I'm just hearing about prone to bribery, and so, you know, just watch it, especially if this is somebody new that's coming onto the scene that you don't know, because I'm hearing for some of you it's like brand new, clean slate, that this is just kind of like the energy in the environment. And let's see what's going on in your spiritual realm. Wow, love begins. Hey, well, that says a lot right there. And I'm hearing this could be somebody in like your workplace. For some of you, it might be somebody that's like, if it's not your workplace, it's like adjacent, like same building. And you see this is like two different hands coming together to pour that same urn. that same bowl of water into this stream here. And so they're close enough to connect like that. Or see, their hands are actually touching right there under the stream. It's like their fingers are met like that. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is like, it might just be a sweet offer too. And I'm hearing for some of you, if this is somebody new to you, they might surprise you, because I'm hearing it's like, I'm hearing somebody and he's just saying, she's out of my league. He looks surprised. I'm saying he lightly. Who I'm seeing, it's like a guy that got asked out. You might be surprised. She might be real strong about how she does it too. Especially if she's I don't know if you're cross-watching a Gemini female, but I'll tell you what, I mean, a Gemini woman, you're on gender and stuff, but Gemini, I'm just speaking to like the she species here too. If she's interested, and she might play a little coy, but if she's really interested, she will show up and you will know that she's interested. She'll communicate well. She can be a great communicator, fun to speak with, and I like it. If that's the case, we got a couple of cups here too, so that doesn't have to be the case, but whatever's going on, to have like the Ace of Cups is what this card is equivalent to in the John Holland deck. This is a new beginning of something that really feels good on an emotional level. But you're getting a lot of cups here, so this is emotional energy showing up during an emotional season for a lot of people. And it might be a time where somebody really catches your eye. And I'm hearing it's like, it's actually going to feel good to make contact with this person. This feels like somebody that's like really within the vicinity. So if that's not a romantic situation going on, I'm hearing that it's like, it might be a little weird for you if you don't realize it's a romantic situation, if this is like a weird workplace thing, and how somebody extends their hand. I was seeing somebody, now I'm like itching. It's like the boss saying too much because of how you dress, and I'm seeing it's like the hand getting too close here. They're just showing me like this rainbow, and then like where this line comes across this woman here, and I'm seeing somebody like putting their hand too close. So HR might want to hear about that one because that might fall under the inappropriate use of sensuality and attachment to money and power category here. That's the case. But yeah, you're gonna have to know your characters here, Gemini. If it isn't that, I mean, I really do like seeing the love begins, because this could be a really sweet offer with somebody, and I'm hearing the femme fatale in some of this. Really, it's not so serious like, oh, the femme fatale, I'm gonna come and get it with my good looks, but it might be someone that's just feeling empowered and feeling, body positive and good in their form. And I've seen a guy do femme fatale. I've seen like guys in stilettos that rock that, and you're just gonna know if that's you or not. But it's time for the diva, and she got a badonk on that one. She's ready to go out and show it off, so have fun if that's the case. Be careful traveling. Make sure that you're with a good driver, because I am seeing alcohol and stuff here, but nobody's upside down. That's a good omen. Let's see what's going on the personal/romance sector. Well, let go of control issues showing up here, Gemini. Yeah, it's a little busy of a card. This one's got a lot of faces involved. So he's kind of like, psh! And this woman and the child are kind of looking at him like, walking away, and there's these angelic guides up here. Kind of look like they're doting. And this card says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. I'm hearing for somebody, especially if you resonate with this guy sitting here, it's finding out that she has a child. It's really going to surprise you, especially if this is somebody that you're just getting to know or whatever. But I'm hearing that that might be what part of this is, and what she was withholding, because I'm like seeing her holding this like urn of like whatever is in here. She's got something in this jar, in this bottle, and she's holding it here. And here, the two hands are coming together, sharing it. Somebody's like presenting that, like the water here. But I'm hearing that, like, in this situation, it might be finding out more about somebody and just letting yourself be open to that, and that you might be really surprised to find out that this person has a child, and that they might have been holding something for you. They might be holding feelings for you. And that they just hadn't spoken up about it for some reason. That might be like a protective thing. But it says allow this situation to unfold naturally. And I hear some of you are just going to be very surprised about what comes out in the open and how somebody else might speak up for you, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for somebody else too, this is just like letting you know that something is controlling, something is shitty. You might have somebody that's just like putting it on, and I'm hearing fake. And that you might be like just realizing that, and that this is you just knowing you don't trust them, and that something else is better in your world. You've got like all this love showing up, and maybe a good idea about something that you can take a new step in. And I'm hearing, especially if it's something creative, and especially if it's something you've never done, you know, because you didn't think you were good enough, and you're starting to feel a little more open to these ideas, especially if you're like at that point where you're cutting off something toxic and something that might have been controlling, or like a crappy boss, or somebody like sexualizing you at work, or like making you feel uncomfortable. Because I'm hearing that's what some of this is for some of you. It's like having some creep ass boss that's like looking at you and like wanting to touch you and like put his hands on you or whatever, that it's like you're at the point where you're just like, no, you don't get to touch me like that, and now I've got this creative thing that I know I can do, and I'm feeling better about it. And it might be a little racy. This does say highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, so I don't know what that is to you, but it might be something a little racier than what you're used to putting out there, Gemini. So perhaps it's a good idea to let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. Let's move on to your Archangel Michael card for a little bit of advice and a prayer. This one says, honor and trust your feelings. Somebody else had gotten this too. I want to say, I think it was Taurus. You might be dealing with a Taurus. Maybe you have Taurus in your energy. You might want to check out the Taurus reading. I did just post that one a little while ago. Either way, this is highlighting what you know and where it is that you can be most empowered. And this is a really cool card, actually. If you look at the image here, there's like a beautiful crystalline star energy haloing off of this person's head, and also from like their heart and their solar plexus, and they're just covered and protected with all this white light all around them. And so this is just knowing that, I just keep hearing it's like a new start time. Like there's all this white around whoever this person is showing up with this love offer, this Knight of Cups person, and there's tons of white light around this person here too. So it's like a certain kind of protection going on. And what the card says here in the prayer is, thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding, and protecting me as I listen to and act upon my feelings. Help me understand and express my emotions with love. So, nice. Real good to do, especially if you are considering a new direction in love, or being open to somebody who might surprise you how or why they approach. I like it, Gemini. I'm wishing you well on this. And, watch out for what's going on with this eclipse. These are times for finalities and really paying attention to what's happening around you and being mindful. Wish you the best on that. Hit me up if you would like your own private reading at artoflove.me. Let me know if this resonated for you. I'd love to hear that. All right, take care. We'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one. Let me go ahead and we're going to wrap this one up on Aquarius. Get your cards ready here. What's up, Aquarius? How you doing? Got a beautiful crystal prism. It's been protecting your cards. So we can get really nice angles and views on everything with that energy. Alright, now let's start with your archetype card, see what's going on. Ooh, Queen. Oh yeah. Who's the Queen? Hearing. Well, if that's not you, she might be making an appearance soon. Somebody wants to be the Queen here. That's for sure, Aquarius. And if she's coming, she knows what time it is, because she's in charge. Light attributes state, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Shadow attributes, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Alright, so does that sound like somebody you know? Is that you? You're gonna know, and know your genders on this. She, they, other. I've seen plenty of guys show up like this card. This Queen energy it's pretty dope energy, actually, to have in your midst, but they're kind of talking to me about this, like I was hearing something similar for Libra about like what happened backstage, or what happens backstage, and I'm seeing like this veil over this person. It's like, I don't know, maybe you're dealing with somebody that's in the public eye, if that's not you, Aquarius, that maybe has like a certain persona on the outside, and maybe it's different behind that shade, So it's like there's a different face that she makes when the shade is behind her than she does when nobody can see. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what's going on in the physical material realm with Rider Waite Smith Tarot. Alright, 2 of Cups up. Ooh, yeah. That is the love card. That's some soulmate energy. That is an offer of love being met here. That's 2 people that can look at each other eye to eye. And who got this? I think it might have been Virgo. Yeah, Virgo had gotten this card in reverse. You might want to check that, especially if you're dealing with a Virgo, to see there might be some more implications on it. And I think that, I want to say it was Taurus got this. No, it's either Taurus or Aries got this card in the spiritual, emotional realm with the Holland deck. And so you might have characters that you can cross-reference in this. If these are sounding familiar, you might want to check those other readings and just see if there's any other messages for you. But I like that it showed up in the upright. This is dealing with people on an emotional level. This is like a heartfelt, loving sort of energy. I love that it's upright because it's being met well. It's like knowing that water seeks its own level and it actually landing. And so you might be dealing with somebody that's strong in water, in their natal constitution. They might be especially prone to Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, most likely in Sun, Moon, or Rising, if that's the case, if that's not you yourself. But whatever it is, it's like, well, if one of those people is the queen and they're seeing you as an equal, this might be a nice coming together. That energy is met and matched, because these are mirror energies. This is a mirror. They mirror each other. It looks like, they're about to touch hands. So that's really nice. Because I'm hearing for some of you, this is what happened. Like, they're showing me this, like, this is like this person's veil of protection. Like, when she's on the other side, it's like, she's on the throne. Everybody knows what to expect of the queen. But when she's behind closed doors like this, it's like, what happens on the other side of, like, if this was the veil and the relationship. And I'm hearing for some of you, this is like coming together in a relationship that maybe you hadn't formalized yet. Maybe you didn't realize that either you had become the queen in somebody's life, or that they wanted to be your queen. And it's how that opens up. And let's see here. I don't know why I'm hearing Libra, but they're saying something about some Libra that might be involved with this. And I don't know if it's how I'm seeing this. Sometimes I see that as Libra, just that symbol. Let's see what's going on in the spiritual emotional realm with the John Holland. Okay, so it's definitely stirred up. We got another 2. So 2 and 2 here. This is definitely speaking to relationships, pairs, bonds, couples, and sacral chakra. That's some of the lower energy. I'm going to go ahead and hit the a little calibration on that. But this is some of the more creative, fiery, passionate, and often sexual energy that manifests. That's the second chakra. That's where the fire picks up. So I'm hearing for some of you, this is feeling more stirred and having that on your mind. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like you might be really focused on whoever this queen is, or being that queen in somebody's life, because that's a passionately motivated energy. And I'm hearing it's like, for somebody, it's like being told, this is how I see you. I feel like I'm this with you. And it going to your head a certain way, because now, the passionate energy is there, and feeling like, especially if that person is in your midst or nearby, I'm hearing this is a nice match. So I'm hearing for some of you Aquarius, you might not have been looking for something. Maybe you are, but I'm hearing for some of y'all, you've been really busy with whatever you're doing, with whatever your work is, and maybe being in some kind of authority position and not having been real motivated like that. And now the motivation is there with whoever this person is, because I'm hearing they might be local. And they're showing me a lot of orange, because this guy's wearing something with a lot of orange here. And this queen is covered in a lot of like deep orange colors here. And I'm hearing might be time for this fertility, who can easily get pregnant. And wow, when I picked this up, it's got base chakra looking at me. So again, a lot of sexual chemistry energy coming off of this, Aquarius. You might have someone in your life approaching. They might be new to you, but it feels like it might be somewhat of an established bond. Or if it's not an established bond, it's like somebody you know of, because they're showing me somebody that's like maybe authority figure in some kind of way. And I'm getting a similar vibe to what was coming up with Gemini. It's like almost hearing like the "you're out of my league" kind kind of thing with somebody here. So this could be an interesting time for you all, and you might be interested in a piece of carnelian to help balance some of the lower chakra energies. Alright, what's going on in the personal / romance sector? Well, we've got release your ex. So that's great. The time has come to clear your energy. I'm hearing you might get something written. It's like somebody's like reading something here and just being like, oh God, I'm letting this go. And it being like whatever they were tied up in, and just feeling like maybe frustrated, because this can be like a frustrated energy sometimes too, like sexually frustrated energy, and just being like, ugh, I'm done with that. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like maybe being relieved, because it's like whatever you needed to hear to let go of something and move on with whoever's got that match for you, you know, whoever's like matching your effort and your energy and like bringing their cup and like being ready to put you on the level with them. Which I like that. The time is coming to clear your energy. It might be a really good time to take a salt bath or something too. I've been recommending that a lot. Real simple thing you can do is get a little jar and pour some salt in it, like a little bowl or something, like something this size. Like I do them a lot of times when I'm ordering pestles, and fill a little salt and then pour oil, like a carrier oil. You can use like oil that you have at home. You might have sesame, or some people use olive oil. I have all different kinds of oils that I use in mine, but make sure you pour like one knuckle over the salt. Put some essential oils in there and maybe a little bit of baking soda. Mix it up, and it makes a really nice exfoliant, and you just rub it into your skin and take a bath with it, and it will help take toxins out of your skin. So especially if you are in need of energetic release, or if you're feeling like sexually frustrated, or like you just need to get energy out, this is a good way to pull some things out of the somatic cells. And it's a great way to release too, especially if you're like detoxifying from something that didn't go the way you wanted, or just like having hung on to old feelings for people that just aren't there for you. Because I'm hearing that might be what comes through. It's like the letter that came too late is what I'm hearing, where it's like, here I was all tied up, and now I'm just like more interested in this, or whatever it is, because they're talking about just putting an end to old energy and how things weren't there, weren't protective. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like just knowing that somebody was being too controlling or demanding with you, especially if they didn't understand you or understand where you're coming from, and just not appreciating your efforts. Because this is talking about somebody who might have been arrogant with you, just becomes arrogant when authority is challenged. I'm just hearing about somebody that just like feels like, well, this is who I am, I'm the queen, everybody does things for me, and you aren't doing enough. And so I'm hearing if that's the case, it probably affected your self-esteem, how you felt about yourself, maybe your passionate energy. And that's why it's like all orange here. And so something like this, really good to help stabilize that base or lower chakra energy. And also knowing that it's okay to just say no, you know, or not to respond. I'm hearing for some of you, it might be frustrating too, because, and watch how you respond to, because people can be very emotional this time. And I don't see you being overly emotional. I see you kind of being happy and like passionate. But this can also be feisty. And so, you know, especially if you hear from somebody that is just coming out of the woodwork because now they're jealous, is what I'm hearing. It's like, you know, if you're radiating queen, you know, and you're like looking good and you're doing your thing and being beautiful and lovely, and people are showing up, making offers, and like maybe coming at you kind of nice, where it's like, you're motivational and inspirational, and I really think you're awesome, and they can stoke your energy there because that's also your creative energy. Somebody could literally just be complimenting your work a lot and kind of coming onto you that way, but in a really good way. You might just be kind of comparing what you had before, or like how people were in your midst, and knowing what you're ready to cut off. And I'm hearing in some cases it's like, just let go of whatever these things are that were tying you, because they're too heavy. You know, it's like, look, you've got your own wings, Angel. You've got your own wings there, baby. So you can cut some shit off. All right, let's see what kind of advice we have from Archangel Michael and a prayer. This one says you're on the right path. Well, don't I love that? You're on the right path. It looks like you might have a buddy there too. See, somebody's right there holding hands. And that's something that looks like might be happening here. So somebody's making the effort. This card says, Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. And yeah, more orange too. This one's got orange here, big orange cloak. This one's wearing all this orange here. I'm hearing that it's like the birds of a feather thing, and these feathers here, like the orange feathers up here, and this flying lion. And it's just being a good match, because especially if you're possibly getting into a relationship with somebody, or maybe, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it can be any relationship, any kind of relationship, when the energy is matched, because they're not wearing it in low places. It's like what's on this one's back, this one's like on this one's chest here. It's something that's supporting their like thoracic area, their back, their, you know, where their pride centers might be, and it being in a same place versus like one person having it up here and another person having it in another area, like where one person might be thinking and one person might be feeling it in another way where it's a mismatch. Like, I mean, have you ever been on the recipient end of somebody's intentions where it just made you feel uncomfortable because it was like you knew they were looking at you a certain way that you just didn't feel comfortable? That's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a good match. So pay attention to the feedback you're getting in your body. I think a lot of you are probably kind of psychic even if you don't realize it. You might be experiencing more bioenergetic feedback than you're used to, especially at this time. So I like it, Aquarius. Great time to make changes, cut things off, new haircuts, things that are going to help you feel good, because what would the Queen do? Alright, that's what I got for you. Let me know if it resonated. Hit me up at artoflove.me if you would like your own private reading with just your energy, and I'd love to take a look for you. And if I don't hear from you, take care, be that blessing to yourself and others, and I'll catch you again. We're back for another one.